Incidentally, conscious mind has 4 duties. What we say is the first duty is protection, second is hydration, you have to drink water.
Right.
Third is nutrition, and fourth is reproduction.
So, when you say that, is it that your thoughts are in a sense affecting your physical
Yes, they do.
body as well?
Yes, they do. The lights are on and you are here and you can see me here. You can listen to me, I can hear you talk. So this is a conscious state. So when you work in the social sector, you interact with a lot of people who are underprivileged.
Welcome to Pune Times Mirror, where we bring conversations that inspire and inform. Today, we are going to speak Ujjwal Uke, who has a distinguished career as an IAS officer and an award that is named as Mother Teresa International Award. Welcome, sir. Hello. Welcome
Thank
to
you.
Pune Times Mirror.
Thank you very much. Okay.
We are going to dive in directly and start with what exactly Mahopeksha is and what inspired you to create this system alongside your administrative career.
Mahopeksha is, in simple words, you can say it's a way of life.
Okay.
You live in a particular way, you think in a particular way. That's Mahopeksha. And that's what we guide people to follow that. And second part of the question is what inspired me. Well, maybe there was a desire right from my young days for searching for meaning in life. And during my career, during my school and college days and later the career, I got a lot of inputs from society, from people. I used to meet a lot of people. I worked a lot in the social sectors. And meeting people gives you a lot of information, a lot of knowledge, insights into how people live. And then I did a lot of research. So my system of life encompasses, basically, I can say that it's in the form of a triangle. Okay, what do you take from outside is, if you say that it's a triangle, the top of the angle you can say is sunlight and air that you take from outside. The second corner you can say is nutrition and water, beverages. Okay, and the third side, the angle of the triangle is thoughts. You take thoughts from outside. So we are imbibing either natural sunlight or air or nutrition or thoughts. These are the only 3 things we are getting. So our personality and the way we live depends a lot on how you imbibe, what you imbibe, and how you process it. That is the whole game. Mahopeksha teaches you how to see that you can get the information or let's talk about thoughts. Mahopeksha teaches basically that how to get good thoughts in maybe your things which you see outside are not in your control. But how you interpret it and how you react to it is very much in your control. And what you think comes from what you see or what you hear. I'm speaking, now your mind is thinking, right? So how best to control your thoughts that they come out giving the proper instructions to the system within you. And when I say system, I must get into a little bit of technical things that your mind is composed of 2 things. One is the conscious mind in which we are right now. The lights are on and you are here and you can see me here. You can listen to me, I can hear you talk. So this is a conscious state. This conscious mind operates during your waking hours.
Right.
When you're sleeping, the conscious mind sleeps.
Okay.
You don't sleep completely. Your heart is beating, your breath is going on. So you don't actually ever sleep completely. It's only the conscious mind that sleeps. Because your system has to keep running all the time. So what is the subconscious mind all about? So that controls all of your 33 to 35 trillion cells. And it sees that all your autonomous functioning is operating absolutely in harmony with the DNA programming. Okay. So this is the technical part.
Right.
The difference only being that your thoughts and your emotions and how you react to outside things that depends a lot on the conscious mind. The subconscious mind doesn't have emotions. So what you are imbibing from outside, mainly thoughts, create emotions and reactions within the conscious mind. And what the conscious mind thinks, the subconscious mind obeys. It's an instruction. So if you keep saying that your surroundings are telling you that life is sad, if that is what you are telling inside, the subconscious mind will change its operations to see that it has to adjust itself for a sad life. And that's where you get into a lot of complications. So it's very simple, everybody says think positive, but nobody explains why you should think positive. Because each thought is going in as an instructions to the subconscious.
So, when you say that, is it that your thoughts are in a sense affecting your physical
Yes, they do.
body as well?
Yes, they do.
Okay.
Okay.
So, how you think affects your body as well?
Yes, it does. A lot of people do say that, let's take a simple example. You go to a hospital, you will find that the curtains are green.
Right.
Why are they green? Because green is a frequency of light which is soothing to your eyes. Okay.
Right.
You don't have bright red colors, because that will give rise to a different emotion. So you want a soothing atmosphere, so you have green curtains.
Right.
Yeah. So what you see, what you think, what is being imbibed is creating an emotional effect in your mind, and that in turn is giving signals to the subconscious mind. So when you're peaceful, you're stress-free, when your mind says all is well, that's the signal going in, and all the cells are then, pulsating in happiness.
Different energy.
Yes.
Right.
Simple, because when you are in fear, when you are in stress, if there is some kind of a danger happening here, we will all get closed and clustered into a room. We'll try to huddle together. But when we say everything is fine and you're very happy, that's where you open your arms and you say, wow, life is good. That's how your cells operate. When they are under stress or they are under unhappiness, okay, that is the time when they actually chota ho jata hai, sikud jata hai. And when you say that all is good and the subconscious mind is pulsating with all happiness, you will find that the cells are also operating very well. And you are consisting only of your cells, 35 trillion of them.
Yeah.
So that's how we operate. So we teach these technical relationship between the conscious and subconscious. Then the second part is we train people in how to think. So even if the worst situation is coming in, can you control your thoughts which are going in? And what kind of commands you're giving to the subconscious mind, that is where we actually operate. So it's a course which trains people. So I said it's a way of life. Slowly, people will start, my students, over a period of time, they start thinking that way, and then they come back and say, sir, mera smoking chud gaya. I have become healthy. I lost my weight. We've seen miraculous loss of weight in people. It's nothing to do with, the old concept of calories in and calories out. That's all gone. It also depends a lot on thoughts in and thoughts going out.
Oh, that's a great point that you have made. Because most of the world right now works on social media and excessive information intake. So this is a very good point that you can thoughts in and thoughts out. Simple thing.
Yeah.
That's life.
Actually, because you have a situation of information overload, but humans have been coping up with all kinds of inflows coming into us.
Yeah.
You see, the information inflow which was happening during the early Stone Age or even the later Stone Age it was minimal.
Right.
All your information would be that there is a sound coming in, and then you would think that whether it's a tiger or it's a deer. That's your basic, thought process going in there. Later on, in the Middle Ages, it was different. You had enemies coming in, you had all sorts of things happening. Then you think in terms of development, you think in terms of defense, society as such, or a human being also, first has to secure himself.
Yeah.
If he's not alive, the game's over. So he has to protect himself. That's what the conscious mind does.
Yeah.
Incidentally, conscious mind has 4 duties. What we say is The first duty is protection. Second is hydration. You have to drink water.
Right.
Third is nutrition, and fourth is reproduction. These four things are done by the conscious mind. The subconscious has got nothing to do with this, but the subconscious looks after your innards. The entire machine operating inside, it controls every single cell of your 35 trillion cells, and it obeys the conscious mind. So the trick is here. What you think is a command to the subconscious. It will guide your body, and your body will react according to the thoughts coming in.
Do you think Mahopeksha combine spiritually, like let's say mental strength and practical life skills in everyday life? Like if we combine all three of this, that becomes a Mahopeksha?
You can say that, yes.
Yeah.
Because practical life living is very important. And I don't believe in, what they say is abandonment of everything. You have to live a normal life. You must have the pleasure of life also. What we call a state of ananda. You must be happy within. If you are going to abandon everything and get into a soul journey, fine, but that's not normal. You have to stay in society. So why? I mean, my thing is, I don't have any problems with people who say that I leave everything and go to the Himalayas and find peace there. Absolutely fine. My Mahopeksha is for people who want to stay here, who want to stay in their 2 BHK flat, in their little world of their own with their children and their wife or whatever, or their spouses, you may say, and live life with as much of peace, as much of happiness as possible. So we basically say that Mahopeksha will offer you happiness, peace of mind, good health, and freedom. What else do you require?
How important is mental strength these days in the scenario that we are living in the urban life?
Okay. A lot of people talk about willpower, mental strength. All minds have strengths. Your mind has the same strength as my mind. There's no difference. Everybody is born with practically very, very similar cranial capacities. It's how much you use that is where the change comes. Otherwise, capacity is there. You have, as I normally say that you have a car. You can drive it at this speed or that speed.
Right.
It's up to you. If you're comfortable driving at 40, fine. Some people are very comfortable driving it at 100. Fine. They can control. Very few people can go to 120 and then still control it. So it depends on how much you've trained yourself.
Okay.
How much you utilize the power of your mind. So Mahopeksha also trains you to unleash the immense power of your subconscious, immense power of your mind. We don't get into willpower and other things.
Oh, that's quite interesting.
My very basic thing is there is a door. You can go and keep on pushing yourself and hitting yourself against the door to open it, or you can use a key to open it. I have the key.
So, considering this, what are the 5 principles, or the rules that, or something that you can follow to find that balance through Mahopeksha?
Rules
or principles? I don't know the right word, but yeah.
You see, this is a very user-friendly thing.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. The basic thing is you have to understand what it's all about. So, if you want to learn driving, you go to a driving school, and the first thing he tells you is, this is the steering, this is the accelerator, this is the brake, this is the clutch, this is the gear. He introduces you to the different parts of the system, and then he says, sit down and try. Most of us don't know which parts we have. Right?
That's the start.
So we start off by explaining the biology of it. What is your conscious mind? What is your subconscious mind? Which one operates this time? Which one will be operating at another time? How do you have the chain of command? How do you think in this way that your subconscious responds in the proper way? All those things are the first step.
Right.
So basic concept being Buddha's final words when he was attaining his Mahaparinirvana. His disciple Ananda asked him, what is the message for me? You are going. And Gautam Buddha said, Atta Deepa Bhava. Be your own light. So that is the basic principle of Mahopeksha. You have the powers, you have the ability, you have the capacity. You have to light the lamp inside. Discover yourself, unleash your powers, use it for paropkar. That is our basic principle.
Your journey spans from government service, social transformation. So what drew you to administrative or public service in your career? Anything specific that mostly people don't choose this?
Why? I think a lot of people sit for competitive exams, don't they?
No, but then it's rare that they get the chance to do that.
Everybody, any graduate can sit for the examination and take a
So there are
chance.
so many people that already sit for the exam, but there are very less people that get selected on that.
That's okay. You have limited seats, so you have to compete. If you perform well, you get selected. That's about it. What led me to that is it's a long story. I was after having graduated from IIM Ahmedabad, I was in the private sector. And my father was very keen that somebody in the house should get into the IAS. He was also himself a bureaucrat. He was in the government of India. So where I said, okay, then after having spent almost 5 years in the private sector and private and banking sector, then I said, okay, my dad said, at least fulfill my wish. I said, all right. So I took the exam, got through, and got into the service. Served in Maharashtra. Retired. I was additional chief secretary, and then I retired from there. And I'm here.
Your work is mostly rooted with human connection. You have worked with children, considering Anganwadi. How did that perspective develop? Or did it develop for you to start Mahopeksha?
See, the concept of liberating the human spirit, that's the basic concept of Mahopeksha, was there with me right from my young days. Even in college, I used to think about that. But never really, I studied and never really thought about it.
Okay.
But during my career, yes, you know that a bureaucrat has to interact with a lot of people.
Yeah.
I remember that on an average, I would be meeting 75 to 80 people every day, different people. That much of interaction you have. So when you meet people, you understand them. I was in the social sector for most of my career. I worked in the social justice department as a principal secretary. Then I was also in the women and child development. I spent 6 years in the women and child development department as commissioner and then as principal secretary. So when you work in the social sector, you interact with a lot of people who are underprivileged.
Yeah.
Who are not having the same kind of life as one would expect in a city like Pune. So there are problems of malnourishment and there are various problems. So let's not get into all the details, but interaction with these people also give rise to certain trishnas within you that what can I do for this? Just working as a government officer is a limited part of it. Can I do something beyond? Can I do something for humans? So my basic thing is for fraternity. I feel that all humans, whether irrespective of caste, gender, religion, or anything, fraternity is important, and my Mahopeksha is for that. See, your subconscious is just the same as mine. The conscious level, you might have different educational levels. I might have a different educational level. But subconscious of everybody, all your people, everybody is the same. So when the inner core is the same, why is that little part of the conscious mind telling you that he is higher, he is lower, or whatever? All these ahankars and all these emotions, they come in the conscious mind.
Yeah.
They don't come in the subconscious. So that's where, it did inspire me. Yes, it did.
Do you think we can call it like training ourselves or our conscious mind in a way where we can, be satisfied with what we are doing or what we have, in a sense?
No.
No?
I don't think people should be satisfied. I call myself a Sherpa. I want my climbers to reach the highest peak. So when you reach a peak, you always find that there is another peak.
Yeah.
So I must take them there. So,
but do you think finding a balance is important?
Well, if you have to climb, you have to balance yourself. There is a dead zone in the Himalaya. There's a dead zone. Very few people can cross the dead zone. That is where the Sherpa is needed. So that's where the balance is needed. And it's very easy to say, but at a particular after a level when you feel lack of oxygen, when you feel a lot of low pressure of air and other things, your blood vessels are expanding because your pressure is higher than normal here. That's where the Sherpa comes in. So balance is needed, and that's what I'm trying to do. I'm taking them to greater heights, right? And you should never be satisfied, never. Till the last day, you must keep learning, you must keep climbing, you must keep discovering. Otherwise, you finished, your life is gone. The day you say, I've learned everything, that's the day I say, technically, you are dead.
Is Mahopeksha rooted in any particular kind of spiritual philosophy?
Well, you use silence, you use meditation, you use different techniques to reach your subconscious. To that extent, you can call it spiritual, but nothing beyond that. You can say it's a scientific spirituality. We actually, in my advanced course, I teach the relationship of the Newtonian physics and the quantum physics. You see, and that is the relationship between the conscious world which we see, the reality which we see here, and the world of the subconscious. The world of reality and the world of dreams. There is a connection. That is where discovery happens. And that's what we see. We have three types of courses. We have the primary course, which is open, people, that's the entry point.
Right.
Then the main course is the intermediate, where for 2 days I sit with them and explain to them. And then very few people who qualify the intermediate and are interested get into the advanced course. Advanced course is very, very, it gets into quantum, it gets into various different aspects of, the scientific as well as philosophical part of life. Okay. So we get into that in the advanced course.
Maybe it makes more sense when you teach science and philosophy when they are parallel.
Yeah, they are always parallel.
Yeah.
You see, if you know the case of the Schrodinger's cat, it's basically, is it reality or is it just a part of your thoughts? So when you say that till you open the lid, the cat is both dead and alive. So it's in a superposition. It's only a state of mind. So do you really require science to explain that? It's just a philosophical question, right? But the topmost quantum scientists, they pose this philosophical question. So philosophy and science go hand in hand.
And I think it is very important for these two things to go hand in hand when you want to understand yourself.
Yes.
So considering this, what kind of transformations you have seen in your, let's say, students?
Well, transformations. You want to tell me about the physical transformations or mental transformations?
Anything.
Life transformations?
Anything. That you can
physical transformations, a lot of people lost their weight. Okay. Well, that's I think a very small thing.
No, but most of the people try to do that.
Okay. That's not what my program is all about.
No,
but people did give up a lot of people have given up bad habits which are detrimental to their health. In terms of life, yes, I have had a score of people who came here to me in my courses on the verge of divorce. They're happy today together. Not that it's not the focus of my course. People who were struggling in their career, they found peace. They found success. Because, as I said, if you keep on banging yourself against the door, it may or may not open. It may break down. But if you have the key, you can open the door easily. That's why we got a lot of success. People have, I have a theory of mimetic resonance, which, of course, it's a little difficult to explain in a show like this. But using that theory, we have actually seen how people have damaged themselves. Because unknowingly, you keep emulating people and you think that, I'm so fond of this person, I want to be like him. But the theory of mimetic resonance says that you will get only and only the negatives of the person whom you admire very much.
Oh.
And that is where, I tell people, explain it to them, and they say, oh, I didn't realize this. And miraculous results have come because of it. Because the moment you change the way you think, results come. So, abstract examples, but I can't actually tell you what individuals, but many people have liberated themselves.
Like, see, in today's fast, the pace of life has literally transformed.
Yeah.
So, in this stressful, let's say a stressful world, because the minute you get into office and get out of office, there is this bracket of half an hour or an hour that we keep on thinking of that place that we are working or we are stressed. So even people before sleeping, they don't have good thoughts. They just sleep in stress. So how these people can incorporate some principles of Mahopeksha for the starters? What do you want to tell the audiences about it?
Tell me one thing. Who has more stress? The person whose verdict in the court is going to happen today, after 2 hours, is going to be decided whether, let's say, he will live or he will die. Okay? And a child who's not done his homework and he doesn't know what to do and how to face the teacher. Who has more stress?
On individual level, they have, of course, they both have their individual stresses. So for the child, it is very important that, okay, yes, my mom is going to scold me or something, and that guy, we can't even say what he's going through. So it's individualistic is what I
It's
mean.
individualistic. So it only means that your level of stress depends on how you take it. It's got nothing to do with modern life and all that. Your mind has got the capacity to be resilient enough to take the maximum amount of stress. The mind can take absolutely much more stress than what you can imagine. It's just that. Yes. So as I said, the child has a similar type of stress as the person who's going to get his final decision today. It depends on how you take it. And if you imagine and keep saying that, that's what your subconscious is going to do. You have immense power within you. You can utilize it. You can unleash the power. All this stress and all that, I think, is, these are all, shocky about it. We use it as, you have this load takiya, you sit with that.
As an anchor.
अरे बहुत stress है. भीगी शाम को बैठ करके जाम लगा करके, अरे भाई वो तो ऐसा था. You live in the past and you remember all that. You're bringing in all the stress of the past today just because you want to have that little jam. Yeah. But jokes apart, we either go back and try and find out all that has happened, which is not so happy to you, traumatic incidents, you live in that, or in the future you keep imagining what worse can happen to me. That's what creates your stress.
Right.
Yeah?
Living in the present is
easier said than done. That's where I come in and I train people how to live in the present.
Right.
With happiness. Otherwise, it's very stressful. Tell me what is present. This is present?
Right now.
No? How much? See your watch. Tuck, 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 is going. Yeah? Where is the present? It's already gone. It's already gone. You get into stress. If you keep on looking at what is the present, you'll get into stress again. Because your mind will be so much concentrated in finding out which is the present moment, it's already gone. So you need to have a broader canvas. And that broader canvas is what I teach.
Oh, that's very interesting. Thank you, sir. Thank you for talking with Pune Times Mirror today. Any insight that you want to tell the audience? Anything that from your side you want to tell?
You got a tremendous, as I call it, a dynamo inside your mind. Unleash it. Use it. You can generate power, which is within you. That's what I want to say.
Thank you. Thank you so much for talking with us today.
Thank you.